I'm going to go over everything you need for an oil change on the 2025 CB750. So as far as parts go, you'll need 3.7 quarts of 10W30 Honda oil. You'll need a new oil filter, and you will need a new crush washer. And I will include all these part numbers in the video description. As far as tools, you're going to need a specialized like 16-sided, 14-sided, I forget what it is, this like wrench attachment. I'll include the link in the description. But if you buy the genuine Honda one, it's like $35, something like that. But this one's only $10. You'll need a measuring cup unless the oil you buy is already like 3.7 quarts. You'll need a torque wrench. You can probably get by without this and just use a normal socket wrench if you're confident in your abilities to tighten bolts. I tend to over tighten things, so I'm gonna go with the specs. You'll need some gloves. You'll need a 12mm socket. You'll need an oil pan or something to get rid of the old oil, and then you'll want some towels, lint-free, like shop towels, so they don't have any like fuzzies on them, because you'll want to clean out some of the area around the drain bolt and stuff like that. The first thing we're going to do is run the bike on idle for about 5 minutes to warm it up. Now go ahead and turn off the bike, and we're going to let it cool down for about 3 minutes. And then after that, we can get our oil pan in place. Now on the right side of the bike, we're going to take out the oil dipstick or cap here, and we're just going to set it down for now, and this will help more air flow through to help the oil flow out of the bottom. We'll go ahead and remove this. Take this out. Set it here. Now with our 12mm socket, we're going to come over on the left side of the bike here, and right under the engine you should see this kind of big pan, and we're going to be looking to remove this bolt right here, which is facing the rear of the bike. So again, you'll use a 12mm socket here to take out this bolt and the crush washer. And then, yeah, once you take that bolt out and miss your oil pan with all the oil like an idiot, you're going to want to take some cat litter and pour it all over this oil, and then scoop it up later. Alright, now we're going to take our oil wrench here, and we are going to remove the oil filter right here. Okay, now we're going to take some shop towels and clean up the oil in here a little bit and on the pipes, and just be careful because some of these engine components can still be pretty hot. Okay, now we're going to take the new engine filter, and we're going to take a little bit of oil and slightly coat the O-ring and some of the threads in here. I'm just gonna get some oil on my pinky here and just slightly coat the inside here, inside the threads here. Now we're gonna hand tighten the new filter back on. Now we're gonna set our torque wrench to 19 foot-pounds of torque. That looks good. Set. And now we're gonna tighten up this oil filter back to 19 foot-pounds of torque. Almost there. There we go. Perfect. Okay, now we're gonna take a shop towel and just kind of clean up any oil that's in this where the drain plug goes. Okay, and then we're going to take off the washer from the drain bolt because we're gonna put a new one on here. So take that washer off and then clean up the drain bolt from the oil like that. And then we're gonna take the new crush washer here. Again, part numbers will be in the description. So we're gonna put this back on the drain bolt like that. And then we're gonna take some oil and lightly coat the threads here with the oil. And then we are going to put this bolt back in, and we're gonna hand tighten it first. Make sure it doesn't get cross-threaded. We're gonna get our torque wrench and set this to 22 foot-pounds of torque, just like that. Okay, now we're gonna tighten this bolt with our 12mm socket wrench to 22 foot-pounds of torque. Almost there. There we go. Okay, now we're going to take 3.7 US quarts or 3.5 liters of 10W30 oil, and we are going to fill it back up in here and then replace the oil dipstick after that. And I'm actually going to clean around here because I see a little gunk, so I'll do that first with a shop towel. Okay, now that we got the oil in and all the bolts back in, we're going to start the bike, let it run for a few minutes, and verify that there's no oil leaking out of the filter or the drain bolt. If you do see some smoke here, it's most likely just the oil burning off that leaked on the pipes when we first took out the oil filter, but just make sure that there are no current leaks. Alright, now we're going to let the bike cool off for about 3 minutes. Then we'll take this dipstick out, wipe it clean, and then stick it back in. And then check it and see where the oil level is. Take this out. We're going to wipe it clean. Make sure it looks fairly dry. Okay. Now we're going to stick it back in and screw it down. Okay, now we're gonna take it right back out and check the oil level. There we go. So I don't know if you can see, but the tip of this you want the oil level somewhere in this tip right here. So I don't know if you can see the oil on it, but if the oil is up here, then you're probably too high on the oil level. And if you don't have any oil on your stick, you're probably a little too low, and you can try to add some more, but it should be right in here somewhere. So if that looks good, mine looks good, oil level is about here. Just gonna stick it back in, and should be good to go. And last thing to do here, which is optional but recommend it, is this bike has built-in alerts for when you need to do the next oil change. You just gotta set it up. So using this dial here, which lets you go left, right, up, and down, we're gonna go to the right until you see that menu, and then you're gonna go down twice to the settings, then go right to go into settings. We'll go down to service, go right to maintenance, right again on maintenance, go down to oil change, click right, and now we're gonna change this. So this is what we just did. For the Honda 2025 CB750, it's every 8,000 miles or every 1 year for the oil change. So we're gonna change this to 8,000. So there we go. And then 1 year from now would be June 27. And there we go. So it will let us know when we hit one of those. So unless you're doing 8,000 miles in a year, you're probably going to hit next year, and the bike will notify you. And that should be it. So you just turn off the bike. And if you're interested, I bought this bike from auction as a salvage. So I'm doing a bit of a rebuild on it. I'm going to make a video on it. It's nothing crazy, but yeah, if you're interested in seeing the rebuild, subscribe, and those videos will be coming out pretty soon.